Welcome to the most comprehensive breakdown of ISO 42001 Annex A. In this video, we will go through every single control, all 38 of them, across 9 domains, with a real-world example for each one. By the end, you will not just know what each control requires, you will understand how to implement it in practice. Let's dive in. Annex A is the normative annex of ISO 42001, meaning these controls are mandatory to consider. You must address all 38 controls in your statement of applicability. You can exclude some with justification, but you cannot ignore them. The 9 domains span from AI policies through internal organization, resources, impact assessment, the AI lifecycle, data governance, transparency, responsible use, and third-party management. Domain A2 covers AI policies, the foundation of your AMS. Think of them as your organization's constitution for AIE. There are 2 controls here. Control 1. AI Policy. This is a board-approved document stating your commitment to responsible AI. Example: a healthcare company publishes a policy signed by the CEO stating, "We commit to using AI ethically, ensuring patient safety, maintaining human oversight of all clinical AI decisions, and complying with medical device regulations." It is reviewed annually. Control 2. Internal Use AI Policy. This governs how employees use AI tools day-to-day. A.2. Example: an internal policy states, employees may use AI assistants for drafting documents, but must not input customer personal data, trade secrets, or financial records. All AI-generated content must be reviewed by a human before sending to clients. Domain 3 is about internal organization, who does what, how to report problems, and keeping track of your AI systems. 4 controls. Control 1. Roles and responsibilities. Define who is accountable for AI governance. Example: a bank creates an AI governance committee. The chief data officer owns data quality. The chief risk officer manages AI risk assessments. The head of compliance ensures regulatory alignment. And each business unit has an AI champion who reports to the committee monthly. Control 2. Reporting of concerns. Create safe channels for reporting AI issues. Example: an employee notices the automated loan approval system is rejecting applications from a specific zip code disproportionately. They report it through an AI ethics hotline, anonymously, without fear of retaliation. The concern is investigated within 5 business days. Control 3. AI System Inventory. Maintain a register of all AI systems. Example: a telecom company keeps a central AI registry listing every system: customer churn predictor, network fault detector, Chatbot, fraud detection model. Each entry includes the system owner, risk classification, data sources, deployment date, and review schedule. This is your AI asset management. Control 4. Designated point of contact. Appoint someone external stakeholders can reach regarding AI. Example: the company website has an AI governance contact page where customers, regulators, or partners can submit questions about how AI systems make decisions. The contact responds within 48 hours and escalates to the governance committee if needed. Domain A4 focuses on resources, not just budget, but knowledge, skills, awareness, and literacy. You cannot govern AI if your people do not understand it. 4 controls. Control 1. Resource allocation. Ensure adequate resources for AIMS implementation. Example: a manufacturing company allocates budget for an AI governance manager, cloud computing resources for model monitoring, annual third-party audits, and training program. They document the resource plan and review it during management reviews. Control 2. AI knowledge and skills. Ensure people working with AI have the right competencies. Example: the company requires data scientists to hold certifications in responsible AI. The AI ethics team completes bias detection training. New hires undergo a competency assessment before working on production systems. Control 3. Awareness of responsible AI ensure everyone understands the organization's AI policy and their role. Example: all employees, not just the tech team, complete annual responsible AI awareness training. A 30-minute e-learning module covers what AI systems the company uses, potential risks, how to report concerns, and the AI policy highlights. Completion is tracked in the learning management system. Control 4. AI literacy. Build broader AI understanding across the organization. Example: the company runs monthly AI literacy lunch sessions where non-technical staff learn about AI basics. What machine learning is, how models make predictions, why bias happens, and what explainability means. The goal is informed decision-making at all levels. Domain A5 is about impact assessment, understanding how your AI systems affect individuals, groups, and society. This is unique to ISO 42001 and heavily tested on the exam. 4 controls. Control 1. AI System Impact Assessment Process. Establish a systematic process for assessing impact. Example: before deploying any AI system, a company runs a formal impact assessment using a standardized template. For their resume screening tool, they assess impacts across 6 dimensions: fairness and bias, privacy, transparency, safety, employment effects, and environmental impact from training compute. Each dimension gets a risk rating. Control 2. Documentation of impact assessment. Record and maintain the assessment results. Example: the impact assessment for the resume screener produces a 15-page document covering methodology used, stakeholders consulted, risks identified, mitigation measures planned, residual risk levels, and approval signatures. This document is version controlled and stored in the AIMS document repository. Control 3. Intended use documentation. Document what the AI system is designed to do and its boundaries. Example: for a medical triage chatbot, the intended use document states, this system classifies patient symptoms into urgency categories for emergency department. It is not designed to diagnose conditions, prescribe medication, or replace clinical judgment. It is validated for adults aged 18 and over in English language only. Control 4. Engagement of interested parties. Include affected stakeholders in the assessment. Example: when assessing a facial recognition system for building access, the company invites employee representatives, the disability inclusion team, privacy advocates, and building security to participate. They collect feedback on accuracy concerns, accessibility for people with disabilities, and privacy expectation. This input shapes the final deployment decision. Domain A6 is the largest, with 9 controls covering the entire AI system lifecycle, from initial requirements through to retirement. This domain and A5 are the most heavily tested on the PECB exam DOE. Control 1. Managing AI systems in the lifecycle. Establish lifecycle management processes. Example: a company defines stage gates. Every AI system must pass a design review, testing review, and deployment review before moving to the next stage. A governance dashboard tracks where each system is in its lifecycle. Control 2. AI system requirements. Define requirements before building. Example: for a credit scoring model, requirements state 85% accuracy, no more than 5% variance across demographic groups, explanations for rejections, 2-second response time, and compliance with fair lending regulations. Control 3. Design and development. Build systems according to documented requirements. Example: the team uses version-controlled notebooks, documents why gradient boosting was chosen over neural networks for interpretability, records hyperparameter tuning decisions, and maintains a model card describing strengths and limitations. Control 4. Procurement or acquisition of data. Govern how you obtain data. Example: before acquiring a third-party dataset for sentiment analysis, the team verifies the data was collected with informed consent, has appropriate licensing for commercial use, represents diverse demographics, and the data provider has passed due diligence. Control 5. Verification and validation. Test that systems work correctly. Example: the credit model undergoes verification. Unit tests confirm code correctness, and validation, testing against holdout data, checking bias across age, gender, and ethnicity, and stress testing with edge cases like incomplete application. Control 6. Deployment. Deploy with proper change management. Example, using blue-green deployment, the new model runs alongside the old one for 2 weeks. Both score every application, but only the old model's decisions are used. If results are consistent and fair, traffic shifts gradually. Rollback procedures. Control 7. Operation and monitoring. Monitor running systems continuously. Example, the credit model is monitored with dashboards tracking accuracy, fairness metrics, prediction distribution, and input data drift. If accuracy drops below 80% or bias exceeds thresholds, an automated alert triggers a model review. Monthly reports go to the governance committee. Control 8. Retirement. Safely decommission AI systems. Example, when retiring the old fraud model, the team archives model weights, training data references, and performance logs for 7 years for regulatory compliance. They notify downstream systems, redirect to the replacement model, and document the retirement reason. Control 9. Documentation of lifecycle. Maintain records throughout. Example, every AI system has a lifecycle folder. Requirements, design docs, test reports, deployment records, monitoring dashboards, incident reports, change logs, and eventually the retirement record. This is your complete audit trail. Domain A7 is all about data, the fuel that powers AI. Garbage in, garbage out. If your data governance is weak, your AI systems will fail. 5 controls. Control 1. Data management policy. Establish policies for managing AI data. Example, a retail company creates a data management policy covering data classification levels, retention periods, access controls, anonymization requirements, and approved storage locations. Customer purchase data used for recommendation engines is classified as confidential with a 3-year retention period. Control 2. Data quality for AI. Ensure data meets quality standards. Example, using the ACCT-R framework. Accuracy. Product prices validated against the source system. Completeness. Records missing more than 20% of fields are flagged. Consistency. Same product has the same category across dataset. Timeliness. Training data refreshed quarterly. Relevance. Only data from the last 3 years for trend prediction. Control 3. Data provenance. Track where data came from and how it was transformed. Example, a data lineage diagram shows customer purchase data originates from the point of sale system, is cleaned by an ETL pipeline, joined with product catalog data, and anonymized. Control 4. Data preparation. Govern how data is cleaned, labeled, and prepared. Example, for a medical image classifier, preparation involves resizing images to 224 by 224 pixels, normalizing pixel values, having 3 radiologists independently label each image with majority voting for the final label, augmenting the dataset by rotating and flipping, and splitting into 70% training, 15% test, 15% validation, 15% test. All steps are documented and reproducible. Control 5. Acquisition of data. Govern how new data is obtained. Example, when the company needs additional training images, they follow a data acquisition procedure, identifying approved databases, verifying patient consent and de-identification, checking for demographic diversity, negotiating licensing terms, and conducting a privacy impact assessment before. Domain A8 focuses on transparency, keeping stakeholders informed about your AI systems. Increasingly important as regulations like the EU AI Act mandate disclosure. 4 controls. Control 1. Transparency of AI system. Make AI understandable to stakeholders. Example, a bank publishes model cards for its key AI systems. The credit scoring model card explains what data it uses, how decisions are made in plain language, known limitations like lower accuracy for self-employed applicants, and how customers can request a human review. The model card is publicly available. Control 2. Reporting of AI system incidents. Establish incident reporting procedures. Example, when the bank's chatbot gives incorrect investment advice, the incident is logged within 4 hours. It includes the timestamp, affected users, root cause analysis, immediate corrective action, disabling the investment advice feature, and preventive measures. Regulators are notified within 72 hours as required. Control 3. Providing information about data. Tell stakeholders what data your AI uses. Example: the bank's privacy notice includes an AI section. We use your transaction history, credit bureau data, and employment information in our credit scoring model. We do not use social media data, biometric data, or data about your family. You have the right to request what data was used in your specific decision. Control 4. Disclosure of AI interaction. Let people know when they interact with AI. Example: when a customer calls and reaches the AI voice assistant, the first thing it says is, "You are now speaking with our AI assistant. I can help with account inquiries." Say speak to a person at any time to transfer to a human agent. This disclosure is mandatory under the EU AI Act for chatbots and voice assistants. Domain A.9 covers responsible use, both internally and in relationships with third parties and customers. 2 controls. Control 1. Responsible use of AI. Ensure AI is used as intended and ethically. Example: an insurance company establishes acceptable use guidelines. AI may estimate claim amounts from damaged photos, but must not be the sole decision maker for claim denial. Any claim over $50,000 requires human review. Using the model to profile customers by ethnicity or religion is explicitly prohibited. Control 2. Third-party and customer relationship. Manage how others interact with your AI. Example: when the insurance company provides its claim assessment AI to partner brokers, the agreement includes permitted use cases, prohibited uses, data handling requirements, accuracy expectations, liability for errors, and audit rights. Customers receive clear terms explaining how AI assists their claims and their right to human review. Domain A.10 governs your AI supply chain, managing suppliers, assessing their claims, and providing AI components responsibly. 4 controls. Control 1. Supplier relationships. Manage AI suppliers and their risks. Example: a logistics company using a third-party route optimization AI evaluates the supplier. Do they have ISO 42001 certification? What bias testing do they perform? How do they handle model updates? The company includes AI governance requirements in the vendor contract and conducts annual supplier assessment. Control 2. Supply chain management. Govern the full AI supply chain. Example: the logistics company maps its chain. The route optimizer uses a pre-trained foundation model from vendor A, custom training data from vendor B, cloud infrastructure from vendor C, and monitoring tools from vendor D. Each vendor is risk assessed. If vendor A updates the foundation model, the company must revalidate before accepting. Control 3. Use of assurance claims. Evaluate third-party claims critically. Example: a vendor claims their facial recognition is 99.5% accurate. The company does not just accept this. They ask for the test dataset composition. Check if accuracy holds across different skin tones and lighting conditions. Verify the testing methodology, and request independent audit reports. Assurance claims must be evidence-based, not marketing. Control 4. Providing components of AI systems. When you supply AI to others, provide adequate information. Example: the logistics company sells its demand forecasting AI to retail partners. They provide a model card with performance metrics and limitations, training data characteristics, recommended operating conditions, known failure modes, update terms, and a guide for responsible integration. This enables downstream users to conduct their own impact assessments. That is all 38 Annex A controls with real-world examples. Remember, A5, Impact Assessment, and A6, Lifecycle, are the most heavily tested. A7, Data Quality with the ACCT-R framework, is an exam favorite. And A.2 Policies is your foundation. Everything builds on it. In your statement of applicability, you must list every single one of these 38 controls. If this video helped you understand the 38 controls, hit subscribe and the notification bell. Watch our complete ISO 42001 training covering all 6 exam domains and check out the PCB exam prep series for practice questions. Drop a comment if you want a deep dive on any specific control. See you in the next video.